What's good, everyone? So, yesterday, R. Kelly got sentenced to 30 years in prison, and he still have other charges that's pending in other states. And how I feel about that, I feel like he had it coming. And I'll even go a step further. I don't think it's enough time, but you know what? He's 55, so he'll probably be dead by then. And plus, he has other charges to worry about, which is going to add to his sentence. And it's funny to me how his attorney was attempting to give him some leniency, bringing up his childhood and bringing up how he was molested by his older sister or what have you. And the thing is, you know what? I feel bad for him as a child, but the moment you choose to do what was that was done to you, I don't feel an ounce of sympathy towards you. And it's funny how the attorney is requesting leniency towards him when has he ever been lenient towards the girls as well as the underage boys he abused? And this isn't a race thing because I will never die on that hill. I don't give a fuck if he's part of my race or not. You're a sexual predator. You deserve to get what's coming to you. And he deserves those 30 years. Not only that, this has been going on for decades. So how can you claim, oh, he's experiencing racism? He got away for decades. Are you serious? Not only that, he got off when his ass was on that child pornography tape, pissing on a 14-year-old child. And he got off and still continued to do what he was doing. I haven't seen an ounce of remorse from that dude. But because he made great music, he should get a pass for that because he's black? No, fuck that. He got what's coming to him, and I'm happy he's going to be locked up. He don't need to be out in society because he's not the type that will be rehabilitated. He keeps on getting caught up with these underage girls. So he needs to stay away from society. Middle schools as well as high schools are safer now. This dude was post in high schools and middle schools picking up children. Not only that, he married Aaliyah, okay? Not only that, he knew her since she was 12. And he only married her because she was pregnant. And he also obtained fake IDs. So I want to know who the motherfucker it was who provided the fake IDs for him. See, that's another thing. There's been a lot of enablers in his circles. And it's like, they just also need to be under a fucking jail cell as well. Hey, Arm, how are you? R. Kelly been on that bullshit, okay? And it was very disgusting during that time with Aaliyah because she was getting victim blamed, told she was being fast. They blacklisted her. They almost tried to blacklist her. But yet allowed R. Kelly to thrive. But yet you want to claim this motherfucker experiencing racism because the chicken came to roost? Got me fucked up. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Hey, Aisha the Stockton, how are you? Yeah, I do not feel bad for R. Kelly. And the thing is, I don't give a fuck about that race shit because he damaged innocent black girls, okay, as well as women, underage boys. So it's like, miss me with the bullshit. I am tired of the black race pulling that race card when these privileged ass black celebrities get fucking caught up. Cause he's been given chance after fucking chance, okay? That motherfucker should have been canceled after his ass was in the fucking child porn shit. So miss me with that shit. What about all the innocent black girls he damaged? Fuck out of here. With that, oh, we need to protect the black man at all costs. No, I don't cape for pieces of shit within my race. If you're a piece of shit, I do not give a fuck about your race nor your social class. I don't give a fuck if you made me dance in the club. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You damaged someone. Fuck you. I will never die on that hill. I will never sit over here and say, well, these white predators get away with it. So we should allow black predators to get away with it. No, fuck that. They deserve what's coming to them. Okay? And as far as oh, he made good music. Okay, that's all nice and dandy, but at the end of the day, he harmed someone. Okay? He had chance after fucking chance. I do not feel sorry for that nigga, period. And and I don't even fucking listen to AJ Number because he wrote that, produced that shit, and it's like when you look back at that shit and you know what the fuck he was into, you get creeped out. And it's disgusting that there's still a few people still defending that motherfucker. Like the Willie D and fucking Boosie, which I'm not shocked because this is the same motherfucker who had strippers molesting his underage son. So I'm not surprised he defended Bill Cosby. Can't expect much from these people. Exactly, Jackie. Don't feel sorry for him. That's what I'm saying. He needs to stay his ass in prison. He don't need to be let out. King Sirius says Willie D is defending R. Kelly. Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play a clip. He took first of all, he took the fucking video down. Someone downloaded it and I have it on my phone. So I'm gonna play it. He was trying to justify what he did to Aaliyah, saying how she was a willing participant. No, a child cannot consent to sex, you dumb motherfucker. Okay? You missed me with that bullshit. But I'm about to play this for y'all. No wonder he took the fucking video down, fucking idiot. Like, how can you sit over here justify that shit and saying a child is a willing participant? A child cannot consent. The fuck are you on? It was your daughter. What if it was your said, well, what if it was your daughter? That's what people always like to say. Well, what if it was your daughter? What if it was your daughter? Somebody said, what if Aaliyah was your daughter? If Aaliyah was my daughter, and you know what? That's a good question. And you know what? What's your name? Marina Raisin. I'm gonna respect your opinion. I'm gonna respect that. You know, it's a good question. I respect that. I'll answer it. What if it was my daughter? And I've thought about this type of thing often. If my daughter had been underage dating if my daughter had been 15 years old dating a 25-year-old man or 30-year-old man or something like that, I'd break it up. I would bust it up. But I would not. I repeat, I would not try to put that man in prison. Because I know at 14, 15 years old, no, you don't have the full-grown mind of an adult.
but you tend to do a lot of adult stuff. I do know that. And I do believe in self-accountability. So it ain't like he went and kidnapped Aaliyah and said, "You're going to be with me and nobody else," and did what he wanted to have his way with her. Aaliyah was a willing participant. She willingly participated. Underage. 15.
What a fucking idiot. Y'all heard that shit, right? Basically, Willie D wouldn't want to get a guy locked up if it was his daughter. It's a child is not responsible. It's a job of the adult to place boundaries in place, not the child. You got me fucked up. And Aaliyah had a lot of adults around her that failed her, period. Even her uncle, man. Her uncle knew how R. Kelly got down. And did you know he went to Louis Farrakhan for advice? And do you know what Louis Farrakhan said to him? He said, two lives shouldn't be destroyed. Who gives a fuck? Why are you protecting R. Kelly? He's supposed to be the fucking adult, not Aaliyah. She's a child. Like, that type of shit get on my fucking nerves. And I'm so tired of people sitting here calling black girls fast. They're children. Treat black girls as children. How can a minor consent to sex within a fucking adult? Why aren't these people telling adults how they should conduct themselves and have some fucking restraint when it comes to being around children? They want to treat R. Kelly like he's a fucking victim. And not only that, he was grooming Aaliyah and a lot of these girls. He have did this to countless women and girls. This shit stems way back. He been grooming other chicks prior to Aaliyah and afterwards. This motherfucker is sick and needs to be locked up for life, period. He don't need to leave prison. And this type of shit pisses me off. I'm so sick of all this victim blaming shit. You got all this, like, these fucking people got heat for someone like Aaliyah, children, but you ain't placing responsibility on an adult though? Really? He's a victim? He's experiencing white supremacy? No, that's why his ass got away with shit. Benefits, but because chicken is coming to roost, oh, let's blame it on white supremacy. No, he got what he got coming to him. Fuck him. Or any other fucking predators. I don't have no love for them. I will never die on no hill. I don't give a fuck if you're a part of my race. You're not a part of my race the moment you start terrorizing other people in the process. Fuck you. What about these girls and underage boys you damaged for life? To me, R. Kelly ain't no fucking pillar of the fucking community. He should have got help for his shit. Let me get this straight. You got fucking molested, and so instead of you getting fucking therapy, you chose to be the abuser and want other people to feel how you felt when you were abused? And that's not even an excuse, because there are people who've been molested, raped, or whatever, and they ain't turning around to do that shit. So I'm not here for the excuses. Again, he should have got therapy for his shit. That's the fucking problem. I'm sick of some of these people making excuses for that guy. It's ridiculous. But like I said, I'm content with the sentence, and I'll go as far as say he need to be in there for life. Honey, just die in that bitch. Don't get out for good behavior. No. Fuck that. Stay your ass in prison, because you're not going to change. That motherfucker's not going to change. He's going to continue on and do that shit again. People like that can't be rehabilitated, period. Stay your ass in fucking prison. And see, shit like this is very sensitive to me. It's very triggering. I don't like it. It's disgusting. Like, I'm sick of people placing blame on the child and not on the fucking adult. I don't give a fuck if this dude made awesome music. Who cares? He abused someone. And see, with that type of mentality, that's why he was able to get away with shit the way he did for decades. Turning a blind eye. Enabling this motherfucker because you're a fan of his. And there was a lot of people involved that failed a lot of these girls, as well as underage boys. Because they so caught up on the fame of this individual and the fact he can entertain y'all asses. Like, stop putting these motherfuckers on pedestals. They're human beings at the end of the fucking day. They have flaws. Okay? I'm not with all this celebrity worship, man. I'm not. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I give a fuck about how you are as a person, regardless of your social class. If you a piece of shit in my mind, then you are a piece of shit. Because I was already done with the motherfucker when that fucking child porn came out. Everybody was looking at that shit, trying to figure out if it was his ass or not. And then he tried to place it on his brother. He tried to lie and make his brother take the rap for it. This motherfucker did not want to face no type of accountability. And he ain't fucking remorseful. He ain't sorry. Even when those victims was given their speech or whatever about what this motherfucker did, he didn't even want to look him in the fucking eye. That motherfucker is not sorry for what he did. He never showed any type of remorse. That dude abused these women. He had them captive, had them fucking peeing in cups and shit. They had to ask for permission just to use the restroom. What kind of shit is that? King Sirius said, yeah, that was definitely him on a tape. That's what I'm saying. Like, that motherfucker should have been canceled after that shit. Cause I knew I was done with the motherfucker. I didn't care for no fucking R. Kelly after that shit. And I was in middle school when that went down. Everybody was talking about that shit. Everybody was trying to figure out if that was him in that tape or not. And the only reason why his ass got off was because the victim didn't want to testify and more than likely got paid off. That's the only reason. But his ass should have been canceled right then and there. Not only that, after he did what he did and got off, he still continued on to do those disgusting things. He never stopped. So I do not feel sorry for him. I do not feel sorry for sexual predators. Fuck him. Period, man. And fuck anyone who defends that shit. Because like Malcolm X says, black girls are the most disrespected, unprotected in this bitch. And it rings true to this day because black children are already not believed as it is, man. Black girls are not allowed to be seen as victims. They make excuses by saying, oh, you're fast. They try to over-sexualize us. And it's disgusting. R. Kelly did what he did towards black girls because he knew society does not give a shit about us. That's why he targeted them. He knew this. And you know what? I'm glad he's getting this sentence. Because it shows black girls and underage boys matter. Period. Black girls are not taken seriously when they're sexually molested. And I'm tired of it. Period. You're not part of my community when you harm other people. Got me fucked up. Yep, King Serious. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And comedians were even like making jokes about it. It's like a child was in that tape being violated. Okay. Child cannot consent to adult activities. And R. Kelly, he's beyond help. He needs to stay his ass in prison. Just die in that motherfucker. Real talk. And he ain't the only one either. He just one of the many, honey. Like I said, justice was served. And all my condolences go out to the black girls as well as the women he ruined for life. Psychologically, my sympathy goes out to them. Fuck R. Kelly. And that is all. Peace.